All right, in 3, 2, 1. Palcast.
Palcast, we're back, baby. Trippy. The draft
Yes,
just happened. It happened last night. The Knicks didn't make any picks. Tell me.
I mean, we seen it coming, bro. We seen it coming. I don't know why people just sit there and are like oblivious to reading the room. Like, if you read the room, you would know that we weren't doing nothing. We had no picks. We established that we were looking at undrafted players. It's just the key shocker was, and I think I can let you say this one.
Were we or were we not going to trade Obi Toppin for somewhere between 27 and 33? And they failed, and that did not happen.
I guess they're not, because you know what they did instead? They said, Obi, I'm sorry, bro. Let me get your brother here. Number one, before we even talk about his brother, what happened to Trevor Kills and Isaiah, whatever is Isaiah Robe or whatever? Are they still on two-way deals? Where'd they go? Like, how did you get two more two-way contracts when you got already two-way players?
I think Keels is, man. I don't think Roby is going to be on that at all. Roby's due like $2 million. They might just get rid of him at some point in the offseason.
But that's the thing that's confusing, because remember, we did get Jalen Martin or something like that. So we got another two-way guy. How do we have four of them now?
That's why I mean. I think Roby is going to be the odd man out. Roby's the oldest, which oldest is a relative term because I mean Jacob Toppin is 23, but the other two, Keels and Martin, are both 19. And what happened to Montero, dude? Where did Juan Montero go? Wasn't he nice? Like,
I think he's on the G League team or something like that. See, this that's why I said this is confusing me, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, but with all of this being said, you could definitely tell they're setting up for free agency. Like, I don't know what they'll do, but they have to make a move, bro. You got like 4 or 5 two-way contracts. You still got the stash pick with Rokas. You know what I'm saying? You still have Evan. Evan is still here.
And Derek.
How did he make it past draft night?
Dude, I don't know. I have no clue. So there's a giant elephant in the room that came out last night that we have to talk about. That is way funnier. The Toppin thing's pretty funny. But Zach Lavine and what came out about Clutch and Rich Paul Trippy, we're two of the very few people that were like, this dude's part of Clutch, man. Rich Paul hates us. Like, in what world is this going to really happen? And the counter to that is like, well, Rich Paul isn't the Bulls GM. They want to get the best bang for their buck. Trippy, I'll let you go. I'm going to give you two trade scenarios. And one is going to pretend you're a Knicks fan. One pretend you're a Bulls fan. Ready?
All right.
You're the Knicks fan first. Zach Lavine for RJ Barrett, Fournier, and 2 first-round picks. Are you doing that deal? Are you getting rid of RJ and 2 first-round picks for Zach Lavine?
No, I'm not. As a Knicks fan,
right now, as a Bulls fan,
okay.
Are you taking any deal that is for less than 3 first-round picks, knowing as a Bulls fan you think RJ Barrett got worse at defense and doesn't have a shot still? Are you taking less? Right. So neither side wants to do the deal, and then we as a fan base just complain that we don't have Zach Lavine. But
you know what's the crazy part?
Talk to them about the Clutch thing.
It's not even that we complain about that, right? It's like first of all, we start off in a space, right? Doing our little dibble dabble. And you get a random account that just pulls up. We get leaked audio. I'm going crazy. I'm talking about Obi is really showing his Brooklyn stride now. We like, there you go. There go the hometown kid. He sounds like he's about to beat the locker room up. We think he's going to be in some type of trade. So, okay, maybe when they bring up the Zach Lavine thing, now it's angling. Maybe it's not RJ no more. Obi is the guy that probably is going over there. You know, IQ wants to start. Okay, all right, maybe them 2 guys are going over there now. Then out of nowhere, it hits a hard left. Zach and his camp don't want to come to the Knicks. Rich Paul ain't trying to let nobody of his clients come to the Knicks. So now, and shout outs to my guy Jack. I ain't little man is funny. It's Mafia Wars now. It's Clutch versus CAA. Who is the mightiest? And CAA is getting, we're getting cooked. We're getting cooked. Yo, we're getting cooked to where we're really trying to bank on just trying to get Paul George here. Like, I know that's why we didn't pull no move, bro. I know that's why we didn't pull no move. Like, I'm really lost here, bro. I've never been so lost with this team in my life, Joe.
This is the most success we've had in our adult life, too, which is really funny. Is this what happens when you get like one small taste of success? If something doesn't go our way, the sky is falling, because the sky's been falling for all the 20 teams. And now it's like we actually made it to the second round. We won more second round games this past year than every year since the year 2000. And the fan base thinks the world is ending, which is insane to think about in any scenario. But I got to say, I mean, I know we're both on the we don't like Tibbs that much train. Do you think if the Knicks only had any two of the three of Tibbs, Randall, and Leon Rose, the fan base would be a little more okay with where we're at? Do you think it's that it's all three of them? Do you think one of them pisses us off the most that ruins it? Like, what is happening?
At this point, I don't even think you can say it's – you could just take Randall out the picture, yo.
How crazy is that to say, though?
Yo, it's really Leon Rose, bro. You got to get Leon Rose out of here. It all starts with him, man. Like, no matter what, yeah, you got a coach here, but he's president of basketball operations. Like, you need his signature on the dotted line to get it to go. Like, and he sucks at what he's doing. Like, I don't see any direction. I really don't. And just to touch base back on just, clear-cut moves, like, just to go back to how we got these two-way players, the only thing I can possibly think realistically is that we got these guys to literally be fillers for this Paul George rumor of trying to go get him. The only reason why I feel like it didn't happen during the draft night is due to the fact of, I know they said, medical reports came out. I think they're just trying to do a well enough medical search between them and then have a conversation with George on the lines of, how he would probably get extended or just how the time frame he's needed here. But me personally, I think Paul George is coming here. Like, I just don't know. I just personally think we are just waiting for that little gap just to clarify a couple of things. Because, dude, ain't no way you CAA, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Isaiah, Brunson, how y'all all got the same agent? And Paul George got the same agent. Like, nah, I'm sorry, bro. It's no way he don't come here at this point. It's no way. It's no way. It's just no way. It's no way.
They're running it back, man. They're running. I told you. I've been telling you for weeks.
I don't want to hear that, bro.
It for so long. It just
I hate that right now. Like, I really hate it, bro. I hate it, bro. Like, why? What is wrong with this team? Why are we running it back? What is there to run back? We've seen this don't work. We have seen this script, and I don't like it. Let's tear it up and write a new one, because this ain't working, man.
You know how hard it is to tear up a script that has 8 or 9 players under the age of 26, and your team just made the second round? Think of it this way. If you were the GM right now, fuck Leon Rose, forget being Tibbs, whatever. If you were the GM they hired, and you're like, I get to take over a second round team that literally every single person they play is under 30 and 70% of the lineup is under 26. And they're all, except for one, under contract right now. I only have to worry about maybe signing Josh Hart. Does that not sound like an easy cakewalk of like, well, let's just try it again. Maybe they'll get older and better. Like, what outside of us all not liking Leon Rose or Tibbs, what is the real push to not just like trying again?
As we need more, bro. I get it. They're young. They can get better. But Tom ain't giving these guys the chance to prove what they're going to do to get better. You got Obi not getting no minutes. Come on. You got Quentin Grimes getting tossed in the corner when anytime he gets a chance to show off when he's not playing under Tibbs, this dude is a monster. You got IQ. He wants a bag, but I bet you he get a bag and still can't get in that starting lineup. When he should have honestly been in the starting lineup from jump. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff you cannot do with Tom as the head coach. So before I did any moves, after this good season, I would have went up to Tom as the GM and said, look, I thank you for your services. I thank you for getting us to second round, but you are no longer needed. Thank you. And I would have got me a new coach first, right? Got that coach. Then I would have ended up getting me somebody to replace my guy, who we just let go, who we just let walk. He just got everybody in.
Scott Perry. Scott Perry.
I would have got somebody to replace Scott Perry. Then out the gate, all right, now we about to improve and we gonna fix this team. Like, that's, oh my goodness, man. Like, I swear on everything. We better make a sign and trade, somebody else better be here. And it better not just be Dante. Like, number one, how are you even doing that? And you still got IQ. You see how confusing this is, bro.
I'm not gonna lie though, from a actual cap use luxury tax avoidance standpoint, if they turned Josh Hart into Dante DiVincenzo and signed Dante for like $7 or $9 million a year versus paying Hart $18 million a year, that would be good GMing. If not for the fact that they lost a first-round pick to get Josh Hart, and then they would just be dealing him within a year. Like, if you took the first-round pick part out of it, it'd be like, well, Josh Hart's like your 6th or 7th guy. You don't want to pay that dude $18 million a year. That's bad. That's just bad GMing, in my opinion. Turning that into a $9 million Dante DiVincenzo is perfect. Turning that into Dante DiVincenzo and then losing a first-round pick because you had to ship out Cam Reddish to get Josh Hart, that's where you lose me entirely.
Honestly speaking, this is why I keep going in the lines of, in order to make that happen, you have to, like, I promise you, you gotta make a trade, man. Yeah, you gotta either go get a, like I said, you gotta go get a PG-13. You gotta probably try to do a sign and trade for Kuzma. Like, you have to trade somebody, bro. Like, the way they're moving and grooving, it's sad to say. I don't think that we keeping these guards. I think that they were picked up here, and especially his brother. They're gonna really try to, whatever deal they do, and they're gonna try to stamp it with the headline of it is the Toppin brothers and IQ. That is the package. Like, I'm telling you, Evan is the salary filler. D Rose declines the option, comes back on a vet minimum. We sent out probably like 2 to 3 picks max, but all of that in whole. And maybe we probably flip McBride somewhere. We might toss him in there with him gaining interest. But somewhere in here, there's a move coming because this doesn't make sense. Like, nothing we're doing at right now makes sense. Just getting Obi Toppin's little brother right now is really pissing me off because I'm
Can we
still
really talk about how
on
this dude just got like the Giannis Thanasis treatment that literally we're like, we're gonna ship you out. We don't like, we need, you're not ever gonna play behind Randall. Like, Tibbs isn't gonna play you with the 3. He's not gonna play Randall with the 5 and you with the 4. You're just never gonna play together. You're stuck at 16 minutes. Like, for your 4th year in a row. It's gonna be your 4th year in a row. So we're gonna ship you out for a late first-round pick and take a younger backup to back up Randall and not have a bunch of fans and people complain. Oh, none of the teams wanted to do that because we've been saying we want to do that for months now, which is terrible business when all of your opponents know you're trying to do something. And then the only team you maybe realistically was rumored to do it in the Pacers, that plan got ruined the second they made the deal with Boston to turn 2 firsts into the future first, whatever they did, which means that's not a possibility anymore. And then you're like, the sky is falling. Oh my God. You know what? The Bucks did this for their fan favorite power forward. We're going to do this for our fan favorite power forward. Let's just bring his little brother in. I mean, Thanasis is actually older than Giannis, but let's bring his brother in. It'll make him feel better about the situation he's in.
I got a stretch for you though, right? I got like this crazy, like, hypothetical thing. What if, because I looked at tape of, Toppin's brother, Jacob. I watched him in, Kentucky. He actually does play good defense. He's like another glue guy, like Josh Hart. But here's the catch. What if, because Obi knew his brother was coming here, he was getting in the gym, right? He's showing all these clips, finally showing he's trying to, like, show what he's about. Just so when his brother got here, let's just say magically he made the roster. And then him and his brother end up balling out they're going to end up forcing people out. Like, you think that's a possibility? You think they have an opportunity under Tom Thibodeau as his coach, with having that audio leaked, if it's true or not, do you think they can make that happen?
I don't have faith in any guy being undrafted that's 23 years old. That doesn't really have a good shot. You know what it is? You know why the Miami Heat actually turn all these undrafted guys into like great players and like everyone's like Heat culture, Heat this, Heat that. Trippy, what is the most like when you're a lesser value player, in your opinion, what do you think is the most useful skill set to be like, I went from a no-name Joe. Hey, my name is Joe. I went from a no-name Joe to making the NBA. What is one thing all of those Heat dudes have in common? They are snipers.
I was about to say
They're
they just shoot
absolutely snipers. They can shoot from 35 feet out. If Duncan Robinson didn't have one of the best shots of all time, he's nowhere near the NBA.
And then on top of that, besides being snipers, their basketball IQs are up there. They're getting smart players that know how to just play basic basketball. It's called fundamental basketball. Like the Heat team and probably like two others are like the only team that like literally implement, okay, we're going to do WNBA style. It's called play as a team.
Heat Spurs Warriors.
Know who our team, huh?
Heat Spurs Warriors.
Yep. We're going to play as a team, fundamentals. Whoever our lead guys are, they know when to go get their shots here and there. And we're going to focus on teamwork. Everybody has a job to do. Then you have the rest of the NBA. Go out there and just play ball. Ain't no coaching. You got the star player dropping 50. Everybody else got like 2. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
Randall got 58 and we lost the game anyway because no one else had their shot going that night. And then after he played fucking 45 minutes, including overtime, he didn't have it going anymore.
But notice that they always notice that when they bring up Randall, when it was like, oh, but Randall's a dog. They bring up that one game. I'll be like, y'all bring up this stat line of this game a lot. And just like you said, we lost that game. Like, this is not a good flex. This is not good. Like, this was basically, you did all this for nothing. Like, you do get that. Like, you need to win the game if you're going to go crazy like that.
I'd rather score 10, 5, and 3 and win than score 55 and lose.
Man, matter of fact, let's really change gears real quick. Let me ask you a question. As a Knicks fan, how do you realistically feel about this season? Like, are you having high hopes right now? Or are you just like, whatever?
One we're going into?
Yep, what we about to go into. Do you have high hopes?
It just matters about the playoffs. I'm not as like, as the sky is falling, I hate Leon Rose as anyone else, as a lot of people are. I know some people are like kind of on my side where it's like again, we got to the second round. We won 2 games. We haven't done that in 23 years. It's building blocks. But let's put it this way. So we're ideally going to get to the playoffs, right? Like, I still think we're only truly 100% behind Boston, Milwaukee, and this current iteration of Philadelphia. And then I still think the Hawks, the Hawks or the Heat or the Cavaliers we're all in like the second tier, right? Not the top 2, not the third who's clearly Philly. We're somewhere between 4 and 7, 4 and 8, which last year I would have said we were 9th or 10th. So, I mean, we are moving up. I will think that this is a successful year. I actually was saying this in the Twitter thread that I'm in before. Say the Knicks lost in the first round, but they lost in the first round and Jalen Brunson missed the whole series, and the team they lost in the first round then made the finals. I'm not going to say that's necessarily a failure. That would be a failure if Brunson's out of the series, and then RJ, IQ, Quinn Grimes, none of these dudes show major improvement, and it's like, well, look, we were stuck with RJ and Randall all year. Well, RJ, Randall, Brunson all year. You take out the head of the snake, the rest of the body doesn't regrow. I also wouldn't say that we're like successful. Like, let's say we make the Eastern Conference Finals and we get swept and it's not even close, right? And then it's like, well, what's funny is that we could have used like a Zach Lavine or a Donovan Mitchell for this moment because it was Brunson and then Randall and RJ collapsed. And then we lost each game by 10 to 15 points because this one guy had 30, 10, and 4. And the other 2 best players on our team didn't have 30 combined. That would also mean we got farther, but I wouldn't see it as a success. You know what I mean?
And this is exactly why I say we got to make a trade, bro. We got to make a trade, man. We got to make a trade. Like, this is ridiculous. It's
a year away, man. I'm telling you, it's a year away.
Nah, man. I ain't waiting on that Donovan Mitchell crap, bro. I need something right now, dog.
No, I'm not talking about Donovan Mitchell. Man, I've been saying Devin Booker and Luka. I'm telling you. Devin Booker or Luka is going to be the next target. Devin Booker is CAA.
No,
And
no,
if
no.
the
Devin
Suns
Booker, I can
collapse,
believe that because if this don't work out, this
bro,
little
they're
run, I know for a
KD
fact he's out of
and
there.
Booker are RIP if this doesn't work out. They're like, get us out of here. We don't want to be here anymore. You have no draft picks. We got Bradley Beal who's injured again, and get me the F out of here.
That's a fact, but I wonder what they do with DeAndre Ayton. But that's in other news.
Send
But
him to the Knicks. I was
nah,
saying that too.
What? No, no, no. Was he going to play the backup? He can play backup, bro.
No, dude. DeAndre Ayton, when he's actually focused, is 22 and 10.
Yeah, he's nice, but
Mitchell, if you sent Mitchell Robinson, one of the Fournier Rose fillers, and 2 first-round picks unprotected for DeAndre Ayton, and then your starting 5 is Brunson, Randall, Grimes, RJ, Ayton, that is a way better team than we just had. DeAndre Ayton is nice.
Yeah, that's definitely
when he
true. I hear
cares,
that.
and he's hated Phoenix for the past 3 years, and they matched the stupid salary from Indiana last year. And then they got Kevin Durant, and he was like, oh, damn, I'm literally behind again. I'm literally the 5th guy in line now. Like, let me
Honestly
make my
speaking,
money.
I don't even think it's really about that. I think it was really just him having a problem with Monty at the moment. The fact that Monty's not there anymore, I think he's actually good, but he's gonna have to show up. He's gonna have to show up, man. Like I don't even want to drag this no more when it comes to the regard of just this stupid trap, bro. Like,
here, let's get into just how funny Toppin is. Like how funny the Jacob Toppin thing really is. When you first saw the tweet that Woj put out after the draft, that Jacob Toppin has signed a 2-way deal for the Knicks, and then he literally goes, the younger brother of Obi, obviously. How much did you start cracking up?
The first thing I did, mind you, I had just came back from going to the kitchen to get something to drink. Why did I get something to drink at this one point? I opened my phone.
The draft was over.
I opened my phone, literally saw the tweet, spit right all my soda on my freaking phone. I was like, wait, what? I was mad. Then when I started looking at it and analyzing it and thinking, I'm like, this got to be a trade package. It has to be a trade package. Ain't no way this tape came out. And then now you're going to go get his little brother. What is this? This is J.R. Smith all over again. Like, I'm not hearing this, bro. I'm not hearing this, man. Something got to give. You gotta show me why you did this if Obi is supposedly frustrated. And on top of that, even if he wasn't, Obi still don't even play. So why'd you get his brother?
I think it's 80% to say, we're sorry we didn't trade you and you're stuck behind Julius Randle again. And 20% to give CAA and Leon Rose's son Sam more money for being Jacob Toppin's second agent in command behind the other guy. So either way, it's I'm sorry, but also this is going to help me out. And, like the old school Italian mob style, literally. It's like, well, we did it for the other family. You can use that. You can use that block. You can use that property. Also give me 10%.
I told you, man, it's mafia wars out here, the way they moving, man. Like, none of this makes sense. The only person that I liked coming out of all this is just seeing the, like I said, the Jalen Martin pickup. Like, just I actually watched him overtime games due to catching some of the Thompson twins playing. He actually is a decent player. He actually has a lot of promise. So that makes sense. But just the whole Jacob part, I was like, all right. Y'all being funny? Y'all trolling. Y'all gotta be trolling, bro. This is the super troll of any troll I've ever seen. I say, yo, the Knicks do it. They've been doing it all year. They've been trolling crazy all year.
So funny. You literally couldn't make it up. It seems like it was written in a comedy skit. It's like the writers of Mad TV from the 90s were like, what's really funny? If we try to ruin this guy's life for 4 years and make him make less money and then try to make him have a better situation, not have a better situation, we're sorry. Here's your brother, even though your whole family already lives in like Harlem and Ossining and stuff, even though they're already local. Here's one more just to make you feel a little better. It didn't make you feel better the whole time, but maybe this one will. Come on now.
Man. I mean, I wish them the best of luck. I just hope we get a direction, man. I really, truly do hope we get a direction. But honestly, I'm banking on it. Like I'm saying this everywhere I go. I really think Paul George is coming here. We're gonna see him and Evan Fournier change numbers. Like, he gonna put on that jersey that Evan got on, that good old 13. You feel me? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a feeling he's coming here. It just makes a whole lot of sense, truly. Especially on the Clippers end. If you have to re-sign him, this is the time where you would really try to get him off, because going into next year, you don't even know if you're ready to resign. So then now he walks. Now you stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for them. And I think that's why I said I think the only thing that's stopping it is just the medical records and really just making sure, like, as the fact that
he hasn't played in the
that he
playoffs
shares
since
an agent.
2020.
It's not even that. It's the fact that he shares the same agent as like 4 other players on this roster. There's no way we're not at least talking to this man and at least trying to negotiate. Like, look, we want you here, but we have a plan. So maybe I think they just want them for that 2-year window, because they probably still want to get Donovan Mitchell here. So Paul George actually fits that window to the T, like to the T. Literally, his contract would be ready to end. Brunson's like eligibility for that max contract would be right at that point. And I think Randall would be at his player option year. So that's literally in the lines of what they're trying to do. Just go get Paul George and make it happen at this point. Like, stop being scary. If he comes over here with these weapons, and a lot of people are like, oh, you got to give up RJ to do it. No, you don't. You're going to have to give up Quentin Grimes to get him. I keep forgetting that my guy Jerry West is the one that drafted Quentin Grimes in the first place. He's been trying to get him to the Clippers for the past 2 seasons. So, again, it's not RJ. It's going to end up being Quentin Grimes that ends up going over there. So, with that being said, bring PG over here, followed by I need Russell Westbrook to follow him up and sign over here in free agency. And then I'm lit. Like, just both of y'all come to the Knicks. All right? That's all I'm saying. I'm advocating that. Come over here.
I'm glad you actually brought up Quentin Grimes, because I wanted to ask you a question that a lot of people aren't.
Joe, hold
really
on. Can I just say something real quick? You know I have to. I completely agree with you on bringing in Russell Westbrook. All right, proceed.
See?
Russell Westbrook's Vin's favorite player of the past 10 years. And every time I made fun of Vin for liking Russell Westbrook, even though he can't shoot when it matters most.
See, look, when I broke it down to people was like, what do you mean that's stupid? I'm like, bro, if you have a Westbrook on your bench, are you crazy? That's Mr. Triple Double. You have literally a triple double on your bench.
Is he taking 20 shots to get 10 points?
Not on the Knicks. He don't need to. He wouldn't need to. Look at the way I personally feel like if you put Brunson and Russ in a room together, I feel like Russ would then adapt and just get back to the old Russ where it's attack mode. And he used to do them little bank shots. That was like, I don't know if people remember this. He had a nice little mid-range game. If he gets back to that Russ, he's unstoppable. And I feel like if he came here, he would do that because he wouldn't have to go crazy and he would be able to play his style that he actually wants to play. Everybody just keeps like throwing a wrench at him because the Lakers misused him. Bro, Westbrook always made a team better every time he went to a new team. Legitimately. Like, he got all his guys involved. He helped all his guys improve. So I just hate the slander that he gets and the backlash just due to the Lakers misusing him. Like, that be killing me right there. It just doesn't make sense. But bring him over here all day.
I'm one of the people that have been slandering him for literally 10 years. This dude took shots away from KD in the most important time, and then he never stopped playing like that. I don't care if you get triple doubles if you don't win the game. Goes back to the 58 points and didn't win the game, you know?
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah.
Trippy, to get out, I don't want to talk about Westbrook, though. You brought up Grimes, and I wanted to actually ask you, because everyone's like, IQ is the most likely to be dealt. The Knicks probably aren't going to give IQ like 20 mil a year to be like the first guy off the bench. It doesn't make sense, which kind of goes to the same thing as me not wanting to give Josh Hart $18 million a year to be the first guy off the bench. It also doesn't make sense. But IQ usually plays more than Hart or would during the regular season with another year getting better under his belt. But separately from that, what are the odds that the Knicks actually end up keeping Quickly and then dealing Quentin Grimes at some point, and then Quickly is the starting 2 and is actually in the starting lineup at some point this year or next year?
The only way I see that happening, matter of fact, nah, because we talking about Quentin Grimes here. If Quentin Grimes, if they didn't want to let him go for Donovan Mitchell, if they let him go, that would end up being, like I said, like a Paul George move, like a that guy type of move. Like, that's how they treating him, right? So Quickly still wouldn't end up starting, like, no matter what, because whoever we move Quentin Grimes for,
it would be for a starting 2, yeah.
So it's like, nope. Like, it's like, it sucks for IQ. So for all this, no matter what, you might as well just advocate and go in the deal with him. Like, both of y'all go together.
Then he's just stuck not starting anyway. That'd be hilarious.
Hey, it is
Or
what it
he's
is, man.
starting one if he goes to the right team, but it'd be really funny if he's just still stuck behind Quinn.
That would be super funny. I'm sorry. That would be. I'm sorry. I'd be like, yo, bro, that's a slap in the face.
You're like, dude, I'm better than him at like 70% of the game. He plays better defense than me. Let me get out there.
Like, just please, like, stop playing with me. I'd be like, come on, bro. I'm like, you know what? I'm retiring early, man. I'm going into fashion. I just switched it up on him. Like, I'm out, man.
Yo, if IQ put his mind to it, man, he could have 30 million in IG followers already. I don't know what is that right now, but that dude is really good at social media.
That is a fact, man. That is a fact.
Let's turn to the TikTok and the fast questions. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right, I'm gonna ask the brothers one last, but so this one's gonna hit you hard. I know I already prepped you, and I'm sorry you have to think about this. Trippy, if your daughter had to date one Knick that's on the current team, obviously she's a baby, that's not happening. But assuming she was like 24 years old, who would you pick on the Knicks to date your daughter and why?
None of them. They all look like bozos. Like when it comes to that level, I'm be real with you. No disrespect, none of them. Nope, none of them. And number one, it's just like me. None of my kids are dating ball players. Like I was a ball player. I'm good. Nope. I know exactly what we do. I'm good on that one. Nope. As soon as she be like, Daddy, I like you not getting over there. Nope. It's a dub. Go bye-bye.
I'm picking Jalen Brunson. And it's because his nepotism will make sure she has a job her whole life.
I like that. I mean, I get where you're going with that. I get
planning
where you're
ahead.
But nah, I still can't do it. Even so, it's not this. I can't do it. Nope. She better go get a librarian. I had to say how we be like, I want a librarian. You better go get a librarian. I don't know. Go get a college professor or some crap. But nope, that's a dub. No basketball players. No.
That's hilarious. All right. Second question. We already touched on it before, but just to give a fast answer. Between free agents and potential realistic trades, what is one move you still hope the Knicks do at some point this offseason?
All right. Literally either go get PG or find a way to bring in just bring in a real backup small forward. Like that's it.
Backup small forward?
Yeah. For real, like we need some type of length. Like we need more than what we have. We only have what, a 6'9" guy in Obi if he's still here. So I definitely we need some length. But hey, we got Jacob Toppin.
I literally don't. I know Jacob Toppin's name is what's getting him a lot of like media right now and like all that stuff. I don't talk about 2A guys at all outside of this being Jacob Toppin. I feel like Jalen Martin is more likely to make the team in 3 years than Jacob Toppin is, and we're just hammering Jacob Toppin.
We got to, bro, because we know what's up, bro. The Knicks did it for themselves. They wanted Knicks for clicks. You did it. There you go. You shouldn't have did that.
They did do it to themselves.
They did it to themselves, man.
Oh my God.
Only the Knicks. But yeah, realistically, those are the two moves I see, though.
That's fair. I know I said this last week, and I'll say it again. I think they're going to run it back. I know that sucks for everyone to hear. If I was saying the one thing I would want them to do, it's turning Mitchell Robinson into DeAndre Ayton. I think DeAndre Ayton would actually thrive in a new environment, and I think he's just really soured on Phoenix in the past couple of years. He was literally just the third best player on a team that made the finals 2 years ago, and he's 25 years old. I don't see how that's not still there.
I could see it. In some senses, I get where you're going, and I can probably see it working out. At this point, though, I just don't think the Knicks are like really glued into looking into that. Like I think they're really just trying to get a real either. I don't even know one. I think they're looking for a number 2 right now at this point.
They need a wing. They need a really good wing, which is where the Ball George thing comes in.
Yeah, but at this point, that might even be a hit or miss. So you might be right, Joe. They actually just may run it back. So I'm really trying to gear myself up for this. You understand that, bro? Look, don't do that. You bobbed in having a good. This is not Hollywood.
I'm sitting in a chair, but I'm running backwards,
bro.
I'm running backwards right now.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. And Trippy, last TikTok question.
What's up?
Out of these brother combos that at least one of them have played for the Knicks, I'll rank them 1 to 4. JR and Chris Smith, Juancho and Willie Hernan Gomez, Marcus and Markieff Morris, Obi and Jacob Toppin. Jeopardy music inserted.
All right, I'm gonna go to Morris twins. I like them to be number one. But I know Jacob and Obi, they're gonna go last because we ain't see them do anything yet. So they're just last. Then you have J.R. Smith and his brother will be third. And then what was the second one?
Juancho and Willie Hernan Gomez.
Yep, they'd definitely go second. So it'll be the Morris twins, then Willie and his brother, Chris and JR, and then after that, followed by the Toppins.
Wow, we have like a pretty crazy disagreement. All right, so my one is JR and Chris Smith. JR's like one of my favorite Knicks of all time. I loved watching that dude. He's also like
him,
the
his
best.
Brother was ass,
right? But I mean, so for a lot of these, outside of the Morris twins, like I don't think Jacob Toppin's even going to play more than 100 games in the NBA in his career, most likely. And Juancho, like Willie was good for those couple of years, but he like made the all rookie second team or whatever, and like played in the rookie sophomore game for a team that won like 19 games a year. Like I've learned from a wise NBA philosopher named Vin, our producer before. Every team scores 100, and even the worst teams have a 20-point score.
Yeah, sadly, but look, it's a shame. It's a shame. Like honestly, I would have ended up putting J.R. Smith and his brother first, but it's just his brother was so dirt. Like I couldn't do it. And no disrespect to him. It's just, yo, bro, that's
at the beginning of BKE, man. We literally got into a Twitter beef with Chris Smith. Those tweets are still there. I don't know. That's actually so. Vin, after I give my 1 through 4, I want you to answer how, because you were the one that really started this, I think. So number 1 is JR and Chris Smith.
Okay.
Number 2 is Marcus and Markieff Morris. Number 3 is I'm going to say Juancho and Willie Hernan Gomez, because Juancho and Willie both have actually played at various points in the NBA and contributed to teams. 4th is Obi and Jacob Toppin, and I don't even think it's their fault.
Yeah,
Then
like they're just 4th by default.
Yeah. And Vin, if you're there, why did you have beef with Chris Smith? Or is he gone?
He might
Vin?
be gone.
Never tell. I will never tell.
You'll never tell.
You'll never find. Blum, 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 blum.
And then Trippy, to get into like the better, actually like some of the all-time great brothers. I have 6 here. I only want your top 3 out of these 6, though.
Okay.
The Gasol brothers, the Lopez brothers, the Holiday brothers, the Curry brothers, the Antetokounmpo brothers, the Berries, I have 7, and the Balls. I know that's a lot.
I'm gonna put the Holiday brothers first for me. I like all 3. They all contribute, they all decent players, all do what they can do. Then I'm gonna go to the Curry brothers. And then this last one's toss up. I guess the Berries.
The Berries, nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
I had to really think about that one for a second. Yeah, so the Berries will be last, but those would be my top 3.
Word. I have the Gasols first. The Pau was the second best player on a team that won 2 titles, and Mark literally like led. He was part of the grind Grizzlies. I got the Gasols first. I have the Currys second, because Steph is one of the greatest of all time, and Steph is actually like also contributed to playoff teams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And between the Antetokounmpos and the Berries, man, it's rough, because obviously Thanasis hasn't done anything, but Giannis has like had a better the career than both Berries combined.
I'm not gonna lie, we can't say he hasn't done anything. And that run when they was in that, that first playoff,
nothing, but compared to all the other seconds, he's like the worst of the second brother out of all these.
Yeah, that's true. But at least, I could see. You know what? I might have to change. I might have to put the Giannis family, because you got to remember the little brother got a ring too. He got the ring first, and then Greek got his right after. Like, so yeah, I got to throw them. 8 literally all got a ring.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah,
I mean, it's
so
hard to count. It's hard to count the guy, the 15th man, as like a contributor to the title. But I mean, you're there for practice at least.
At
I'm
least they
gonna.
got the Nick Jones.
He gets to show it or sell it, one or the other. eBay, baby.
Like this, bling, blow.
I got the Gasols first. I got the Currys second. I'm gonna go with the Berries third, but like just over Giannis and Thanasis, just over them.
He said about a smidge, just a smidge, folks.
By the same thing as I have De'Aaron Fox over Jamal Murray and Jalen Brunson. It's that close.
Oh God, you still on that topic? You look, man, Jalen Brunson's gonna surpass all of them at one point. But who just know this, man. We gonna be good. But De'Aaron Fox, though, I still think that, they somewhat right there.
Jokic would have won the title with any of the three. That's all I gotta say.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyone was paired up with him, they was getting that ring regardless. So that would have been perfect, man. That would have been perfect.
Trippy, I think this was a good 40 minutes. You want to say anything before we sign off the Palcast?
Just get ready for this offseason, man. Like, it's gonna get real. Like, free agency is right there. I personally think we only gonna get out of two people. We're either gonna trade for PG or we're gonna do a sign and trade and just go get Kyle Kuzma. And one of the two is coming here. So just sit back, relax, and they better not run it back. That's all I got for y'all, man.
I say sit back and relax and be like Leon Rose sleeping in that picture because until we have the same team till the trade deadline, baby.
They
use the same 10 guys.
He be like this.
You're staring right up into your fan light and it's perfect.
Why is he?
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm done, bro. We gotta get better, bro. We gotta get better. They gotta get better as a team.
We're running it back whether you want to or not. Let's go, Palcast. Peace.